Let's look at the solutions to our review. Number 1 says solve a system equation using any method. So this one right here, what we're going to do is we're going to use the equal value theorem, or which is really substitution. So we have a system, so I'm going to take this one, I'm going to plug it in right there. So we're looking at negative 4x plus 21 equals 3x plus 7. I'm going to go ahead and switch to a pen here. I think the color is not very good. Okay. So I'm going to get the x's on the same side, so I'm going to subtract 3x to both sides. I'm going to subtract 21 to both sides. Then I'll divide by negative 7. And x equals 2. Now remember, that's only half the answer. Okay. So now I have to go back and substitute. I'm going to sub into this top one here. I'm going to say this times 2 plus 7, 6 plus 7. So our answer is 213. That was question A. Number 1B says 3x minus y equals 17 all over negative x plus y equals negative 7. And this is definitely a nice question for the elimination method. Those are my opposites. So I get 2x equals 10. Divide by 2 and x equals 5. Now I still need to go do substitution here and go back in. So I'll take this bottom one. I'm going to plug in for the x. So it's right there. I get negative 5 plus y. Add a 5 to both sides. And y equals negative 2, and so my solution is 5, negative 2. And then part C, we're looking at x equals 3y minus 5, 2x plus 12y equals negative 4. So looking at this one, this is definitely what we're going to do, is we're going to use substitution because I have an x by itself. Alright. And so what we're looking at here is I'm going to substitute in right there. Okay. And so what we're going to have here is 2 times 3y minus 5 plus 12y equals negative 4. We're looking at 6y minus 10 plus 12y equals negative 4. Okay. Then we will combine like terms, so we look like we've got 18y. Okay. Equals, 18y minus 10. Right, minus 10. So we had these two right here. Minus 10 equals negative 14. We're going to add a 10 to both sides. So we're going to get 18y equals 6. Then we'll divide by 18. A little bit of a hassle with the fraction. So the top I can rewrite as this, and the bottom I'm going to rewrite as 3 times 6. And then the 6 reduced, so y equals 1 over 3. Now it looks kind of ugly, but it's not going to be that bad because when I plug it in, it's going to play nice. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go back and I'm going to plug it in right there for the y value, into the y value, sorry. So I'm going to get this. It's going to be 3 over 1, 1 over 3. Right, so we end up with 3 over 3 minus 5. And then we get x equals 1 minus 5 and x equals negative 4. So my answer is negative 4 1/3. Okay. So those are the questions on systems of equations. Okay. Now let's start looking at solving to some linear equations when there's only one variable. So we got 6x minus 11 equals 4x plus 12. So I'll subtract 4x to both sides. And I get 2x minus 11 equals 12. I'm going to add 11 to both sides. Alright, so I get 2x equals 23. Okay. Then I'll divide by 2. We'll just leave it like that, 23 halves. Okay. That was part A for number 2, and then part B for number 2 is 2 times 3x minus 5 equals 6x minus 4. Okay. My distribution, subtract 6x to both sides. Okay. And so what happens here, my variables went away. They cancel each other out. I have a false statement. Negative 10 does not equal negative 4, so this is no solution. Okay. Part C. So what I have to do is do the area model and multiply these together over here. So what I'm looking for here is something like this. Get x squared. This is multiplication right here. Okay. These get added up because they're like terms. So I'm looking at x squared plus 1x minus 12. And then I'm going to rewrite this other side. Okay. And so if I want to do the same thing here, get the x squareds on the same side. Okay, so if I do that, you can see it plays pretty nice right after that, right? Then I just added 12 to both sides, and x equals 16. Okay. Along part D. And we're looking at x over 25 equals 7 over 10. So what I need to do is multiply by something to clear the fraction. And there's lots of numbers I can do it. I'm just going to just multiply these two together. So I'm going to multiply everything by 250. I'm going to get some big numbers, but I got a calculator, so it's not that big a deal. So remember, these are over 1. So I'm looking at 250 over 25x equals, calculator out here, 7 times 250 is 1,000 over 10. So right here we get, then we just divide, so we get 10x, right? And then 1,000 divided by 10 just takes off one of those zeros, so we get 100 divided by 10, and x equals 10. Okay. So same thing here, I need to multiply and clear the fraction out. So look at, so I got a 3 and a 4, so I'm going to multiply everything by 12. I'm just going to multiply those together, and that's what I'm going to multiply by. Okay. So what we're looking at is 24 over 3. Now don't forget to multiply to this number as well. That's what a lot of people forget. 12 over 4x, and then 12 times 7 is 84. Okay. So if I did this correctly, the fractions should cancel out or start to reduce down. So we're looking at 8x plus 36 equals 3x minus 84. Then I will subtract 3x to both sides. Subtract 36 to both sides. Okay, so I got two negatives right there. Be careful with that. Divide by 5. And x equals 24.